It's been a downward spiral for brick-and-mortar stores due to the rise of Amazon. You've heard all of that, and online shopping. But another potential killer to retailers may be lurking around the corner. They say it's President Trump's border adjustment tax. Yes, Amazon's crushing retail's game, but our next guest believes the border tax could be the final nail in U.S. retailers' proverbial coffin, resulting in higher prices, layoffs, and bankruptcies that may eventually touch you. American Apparel and Footwear Association CEO Rick Helfenbein here in a Fox Business exclusive. You speak for more than 1,000 of the top retailers out there. Make your case. I've heard, oh, it'll cost people so much, but other countries do this.
Well, the problem is it isn't President Trump's plan that scares us, because we don't know what his plan is. There's three plans floating around. There's a Senate plan, there's whatever the White House is going to do, and there's the House plan. And the House plan, which was developed by Speaker Paul Ryan, who is passionate about taxes, has this border tax adjustability provision in it. Overall, we like the plan. We just don't like the border tax.
Well, I recall a couple of moments where President Trump said he seemed to be okay with it. That's not a full endorsement, but you must be thrilled that at the moment it appears, according to reports, although Sean Spicer said it's not derailed, that this initial tax reform effort is tabled.
Well, what we're thrilled about is that the tax train seems to be attached to the Trump train right now. And we feel comfortable with that because if it stays in the House, Speaker Ryan, you know, Washington is all about who has the power. Speaker Ryan has the power. Tax bill has to come through House Ways and Means. Congressman Kevin Brady, passionate about this. They can pass it if they want to. Our fear is that suppose it goes to the House, Senate, they've already said they want to do their own plan. Okay. So then they go into a period called reconciliation. They do that, and we might get sold down the river. Why? Because they have to raise revenue, and the border tax is a way to raise revenue.
And you say that that will result in higher prices for consumers and possibly even layoffs of their jobs. We had the the so-called father of the border tax. His name is Professor Auerbach on. He begs to differ with you. Listen to what he said, and then you can react.
This would be a big change in the tax system. And very often, it's hard for people to comprehend what a new system would look like. All I would suggest to them is to look around the world at countries that have value-added taxes, in many cases as high as 20%, which is the rate that would be on the tax here. The retail sector is doing just fine in those countries.
He says you're being too dramatic. Take a page out of the other countries who are already doing this, and they're surviving.
Yeah, you know what? I'm worried I'm not being dramatic enough. Look, in all fairness, a VAT tax is an even tax. He's talking about a VAT tax. We're talking about a BAT tax. A BAT tax is a hit in the head with a tennis racket. Because what they're going to do is they're pointing a finger at imports, people imports. 98% of all apparel and footwear is imported. That's not our fault. That happened years ago. That horse has been out of the barn for a long time. So we're going to pay for this plan? No, not fair, not right. It will quadruple the amount of tax that we pay. Yeah, it's great. They're going to go from 35% down to 20%, but you can no longer deduct your cost of goods sold. Well, our cost of goods sold are imported. We're going to get crushed.
Do me a favor. Come back as this border tax discussion continues, because it hasn't gone away yet, Rick. Thank you.